So that's gonna it's not a bad idea. I like this more as a Zerg player than a Terran player because then you can spread creep from this location as well. I wouldn't recommend it as a Protoss player against Terran because then you have to defend drops from 2 angles, more so than taking it at your normal location. I mean, you always have to defend drops from more than one location, but it's easier to defend drops when your bases are in a line because that means that your middle base is always, or your natural is always protected. Well, Take TV has left us, and while this is all going on, these Hellbats are key to this engagement. That was great timing on their blue flame and transformation, though I don't think it's enough. Yeah, so basically, in the mech versus bio matchup, the meching player cannot lose their entire army. The bio player can lose their entire army, but if the meching player loses their entire army, it takes them too long to reproduce that. So when the bio player should have this timing push approximately now. When it's basically shortly after the third is established. The bio player has this timing that he can hit. And all he needs to do, if he's been macroing properly, is win the engagement with more left over. It doesn't matter how much more. He just needs to have more left over, because he will be able to reinforce and get to that critical mass faster than his opponent, because they're meching. Thoughts on the game?
There was a lot of pressure, and I think it paid off. I mean, Heart with the drops and everything of the sort was definitely... Yeah.
Yeah, I will note that it didn't really cost him much in terms of SCVs. He lost more minerals than he killed in SCVs. However, because he dropped both mineral lines had to be pulled at certain points. So basically, there was approximately a minute where he had superior income on his meching player, which probably helped him get a larger army.
The gameplay hint on my end is the StarCraft is played by professional players.
Read the whole thing.
StarCraft 2 is played by professional gamers. Watch pro matches to learn new strategies.
You hear that, guys? You need to watch professional matches.
I think they should really disable that hint when you're watching professional replays.
They should just have the option of disabling hints if you're in platinum or higher.
Yeah, good point. I think almost like silver or higher. Just some of these are so basic.
Maybe some of them should be disabled by silver. Then again, to some of the people I play, every so often I'm like, how are you here?
Reverse smurfing.
That actually does happen to a certain extent because people will actually, they'll pay for a smurf so that they are in like diamond or masters. But they're actually at like a silver level or gold level. So then I end up playing this diamond player. That's terrible. And I'm like, why am I playing you? You're silver or gold.
Yes. The joys of StarCraft.
Anyways.
Alright, spawning in the bottom left, the blue Terran are seeking his explosive comeback, Red Bull's bomber. And spawning in the top left, the red Terran, who hearts his one-up, Axiom's Heart.
Well, I don't know how to fix this glitch.
Oh?
I'm getting the white squares again.
And Koreans really the only ones that can use it unit well.
Oh, a tip for you. If you double hit 3, then it will put you on the observer's cam.
Okay.
Or 4. Because different people were watching, so, you know.
I was going on with that, yes, but...
Same thing, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's actually a... Actually, I should check which one is actually the observer. Hang on, let me pause this. Figure that out. Let's see. Nathanius and Rotterdam were casting. I don't know who was supposed to be observing. I don't see a flow on here or something like that. Oh well. Anyways,
Which one are we following?
I'm gonna just set it on 3 when I'm unless I'm looking at it from a specific player's perspective.
Okay.
But you can go ahead and do however you so choose, as you're not going, as you're not necessarily going to want to commentate on the same things I do. You may not. How should I know?
Looks like an SCV's been torched.
Yeah. Both opened up with double Reaper, but it seems that Hart wants to put on some early aggression. They're gonna send these Hellions, and I mean, this is not a TVT build. This is a TVZ build, which I mean, that means that Hart has practiced this a million times over. But okay. His CC is very late. I'm not sure that really justifies the opening. Well, he's sending a Banshee out, so he definitely has potential to catch back up, as it were. These Hellions are just gonna turn around and attack his base, and he has to bring his Banshee home. This is a very interesting wall here. Yeah, that was a very misleading wall. I think Bomber said, "Oh, I can get in. This isn't a proper wall." Then he tries and realizes that the tech add-on is in the way. It's definitely unique. I will say that. And I mean, this wall only exists so long as the CC is there and not on the low ground, because once the CC moves to the low ground, then there is space between the tech add-on and the what's it called? Supply depot. So very interesting. It's a very misleading wall. So, I mean, Bomber wouldn't have lost that much if it was, oh, there's a wall here, I shouldn't go this way. But it was just sort of like, oh, there's no wall. Oh, there is a wall. Oh, okay. And I mean, I've been known to have that happen, but that's because A, I play bad players, and B, I always build strange walls. But it's kind of unusual to see it here. The scan's gonna go down. He's gonna see pretty much everything there is to see, aside from the drop, of course. But in terms of what's at home to see, there's no additional tech that he's missing. And yeah, I mean, drop didn't really do much. He was thinking of dropping the siege tank to kill it, but with the Marines there, he realized it's not worth it. He's gonna go in from a different angle and realize there's army there too. So he'll back out.